The IRS whistleblowers testifying at the House on a hearing for Hunter Biden. This is CBS News' coverage. You guessed it. Buckets the clown.
Are you finished?
Someone else can follow up. I've seen someone could say.
You're correct, Rules.
Yep.
Gentlemen's time's expired. Chair now recognizes Ms. Greene for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before we begin, I would like to let the committee and everyone watching at home that parental discretion is advised.
We do not care.
I would also like to remind everyone that on our Oversight Committee, we provide oversight into all parts of the federal government, including their Department of Justice and their willingness to prosecute and their unwillingness to prosecute, and whether it's politically motivated.
Tim, you'll probably know this. I wonder when this committee got started. Or when they let her dusty ass get up there.
I would also like to say that when evidence and proof of a crime is presented, no prosecution should be denied, no matter who the person is.
Am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you.
To the whistleblowers today, I thank both of you for your courage to come to the committee today.
Say, oh, you think you about that? You think it's a game?
And your commitment to truth.
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
I have great respect for it, so thank you. I would like to talk with you both about Hunter Biden and his
Exactly, Tim.
tax write-offs with his law firm, Owasco. I would like to ask
Drinking a Diet Coke.
Mr. Ziegler, when did you start your investigation? In your testimony, it was November 2018. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Why would he say anything other than yes or no? Fucking hockey mom, man.
During your testimony with the House Ways and Means Committee, you stated that through bank records, you identified Hunter Biden was paying prostitutes related to a potential prostitution ring. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes, that's correct.
I've also reviewed those.
You act like that's is that supposed to shock me? Is that the thing that I'm not getting? Is that supposed to make me grab my fucking, clutch my pearls? Is that supposed to scare me? Am I supposed to react some sort of way? Is this supposed to do something? Because she's talking like it's supposed to do something to me. Like, I don't fucking care what this fucking guy is up to. When someone please, there you go, go on.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
I mean, it's a grown-ass fucking man. He's not the fucking president. I don't care what he's fucking doing. You think I'm fucking checking up on Don Jr.? No. Dude, if I need Coke, I know who to call, but I'm not bothered by his fucking daily activities.
Same bank reports, commonly referred to as SARS, Suspicious Activity Reports, and I'm very troubled by them.
Why are you troubled by SARS? Okay, I kind of know something about this. I used to do this for work. What the hell is she talking about? A suspicious activity report is something that is generated by a vendor or someone on the other side of the counter. It's not a customer level thing.
As SARS, Suspicious Activity Reports, and I'm very troubled by them. We read thousands of them.
JP Morgan Chase Bank is filing the suspicious activity report, which originated in the external referral for a transaction involving non-Chase account held by a politically exposed person. Yeah, that's part of the groups of people with money wires and stuff like that, who remitted funds to various Chase and non-Chase customers. Okay, some of the recipients have ties to the adult entertainment industry, while others were unknown or were listed in prior SAR filing related to, God, it's so blurry. Oh, human trafficking, maybe? HT. Additionally, the source of funds for the transaction is unknown and inconsistent with the known times of business. This activity was transacted by non-Chase customers. Robert Hunter Biden and his law firm Owasco. Activity being reported totals $149,000, rounded up between the dates of 10/24/2016 and 5/10/2019. Okay. Like, that's the thing. Like, a SARS is not anything. A SARS is not an indictment. A SARS is not a crime. Like, I would fill out a SARS if somebody made me uncomfortable and I couldn't justify it. Like, if I have a hunch, I can just fill out a SARS. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of like a note to file. It's not, just because there is a SARS doesn't mean that there is fraud, if that makes any sense. They're not synonymous.
In the Treasury. This particular excerpt from a SARS report talks.
Like if I thought somebody was sending too much money for where, like if they're because on certain transactions over a certain dollar amount, I have to fill out a form, and I need their occupation. So if your occupation is, I don't know, manager at McDonald's or something, like fast food manager. So not like bottom rung, but not top rung, just like middle rung. That's what I was trying to think of, like a middle rung job. If you're a middle rung person and you're sending $50,000 to somebody, I'm probably gonna fill out a SARS report on you, because that is strange to me that you have that much cash based upon what you say you make. It could be nothing. Someone could have given you that. You could have earned that $50,000 playing poker. You know what I mean? I don't know. You could have won the lottery. I don't know. Inheritance. I don't know. But it is suspicious. It is suspicious that you have that. Like, how did you save that much? How did you save 2 years' pay? You know what I mean? How did you save 2 years' pay and you're able to send it out? That's suspicious.
It's about human trafficking, and in regards to Hunter Biden and Owasco and payments he was making.
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing about a SARS. So if someone gets dinged all the way down the line, if you had any dealing with them, then you're part of it too. That's the whole beauty of the network, is that, so if I'm sending money to Tim and Tim has been, like he has been told,
We do not care.
not to do on Minecraft, it's like all of this stuff is important and all of these things are factors.
What's even more troubling to me is that the Department of Justice has brought no charges against Hunter Biden that will vindicate the rights of these women who are clearly victims.
What women?
Under the law.
Who?
I would like to talk about, in your prior testimony, you stated.
So that's dirty pool if I've ever fucking seen it. So, all right, let me do it this way. Let's do it this way. So if one of my friends calls me, they say, I'm in a tight spot and I need you to send me some money. And I say, okay, no problem. About to get evicted or something like that. They need $1,000. I send them $1,000. I go to the grocery store and I go through MoneyGram or MoneyWire, and I send them the money. Years and years pass. Someone else needs help and I go to send money again. I might run into trouble if the friend that I went to help with that $1,000 the first time, if they ended up doing things that got them in trouble after the fact, after I had already given them the money, right? Because I'm now part of their investigation. I've done nothing, but I'm part of it because I have financial ties to this person who has done bad things. Am I involved with the bad things? Absolutely not. And there's no evidence to prove such. But the whole point of that network of reporting is so that the net closes around bad actors quickly. And you can kind of isolate people who are, and honestly, most of it is money laundering. That's generally most of it. It's people trying to take money earned through illicit means and trying to clean it up and get it into a bank account. You can't take a fucking suitcase worth of cash and just drive it over to your friend's house. So you'll just bring in the cash, take it to a store. The person will, run it through their register and do all this stuff. So the way that they stop that is that there's limits on how much you can send. And after you send a certain amount, they're going to ask for certain amounts of varying, increasing amounts of information from you based on your transaction, which is fine. And where you get into trouble is when people try to do things to avoid that reporting process, when they try to avoid the net altogether. Like, she's talking about the things that are inside the net and the things that the net is capable of. Just because the net is capable of catching something does not automatically mean that this person is guilty of whatever the fuck you say they are.
The Department of Justice has brought no charges against Hunter Biden that will vindicate the rights of these women who are clearly victims under the law.
Yeah, and she just kind of slides and conflates that all together into one nice smooth peanut butter for you guys to enjoy.
I would like to talk about, in your prior testimony, you stated that the prosecutorial team was investigating violations of the Mann Act. Is that correct, Mr. Ziegler?
That is correct.
Regarding the Mann,
I'm going to do what a lot of people won't do. Mann Act made it a crime to transport women across state lines for the purpose of prostitution or debauchery or for any other immoral purpose. While designed to combat forced prostitution, the law was so broadly worded that the courts held it to criminalize many forms of consensual sexual activity. It was okay. Oh. There's a PBS special about it. Quit giving my business out. Okay, so there's a whole thing. Let's go down here. The Supreme Court dramatically widened the scope of the Mann Act 3 years later in Caminetti versus United States. In March of 1913, Drew Caminetti, the son of a prominent California politician, and a friend, Mari Diggs, both married and having affairs, took their mistresses by train to Sacramento, from Sacramento to Reno. They betrayed their wives, Their betrayed wives tipped off the police, and both men were arrested upon their arrival in Reno. Caminetti and Diggs were tried and found guilty. On appeal, Caminetti argued that the intent of Congress was to target only commercialized vice, and that while his client's behavior may have been immoral, it was free from commercialism and coercion. Citing Biddy, Justice William R. Day wrote for the majority that the language of the act, being plain, is the sole evidence of the ultimate legislative intent, and that not applying the law in this case would shock the common understanding of what constitutes an immoral purpose. That is really interesting. Such an interpretation of the law, in effect, criminalized all premarital and extramarital sexual relationships that involved interstate travel. What an odd thing to humans, am I right? With behavior that was so commonplace, now illegal, federal prosecutors had a weapon that could very easily be abused in order to prosecute undesirables who were otherwise law-abiding citizens. Jack Johnson's conviction in 1913 was ostensibly for transporting a white prostitute from Pittsburgh to Chicago, but was motivated by public outrage over his marriage to white women. Came through nothing. In 1944, actor Charlie Chaplin was acquitted of a Mann Act indictment stemming from a paternity suit. In actuality, the case was motivated by Chaplin's left-of-center political views and was personally instigated by FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, who had called Chaplin one of Hollywood's parlor Bolshevik. In 1959, a black rock and roll star, Chuck Berry, St. Louis native, was convicted of violating the Mann Act and served 20 months in prison for transporting across state lines an underage Apache girl who was weeks later arrested on a prostitution charge. Wow, the Mann Act has never been repealed, but it has been substantially amended in recent years. In 1978, Congress updated the definition of transportation in the Act and added protection for minors of either sex against commercial sexual exploitation. A 1986 amendment further protected minors and added protection for adult males and replaced debauchery and any other immoral purpose with any sexual activity for which any person could be charged with a criminal offense. So that's what she thinks she's going to catch Hunter Biden up on the Mann Act?
Ziegler?
That is correct.
Testimony, you stated that the prosecutorial team was investigating violations of the Mann Act. Is that correct, Mr. Ziegler?
And now see, who else would take 30 seconds to Google and 2 minutes to read what the Mann Act was?
That is correct.
Regarding the Mann Act, if a person is transported across state lines for sexual activity, such as prostitution, that could be a violation of a federal law. Is that correct?
I actually recently looked at the federal law regarding Mann Act. And I believe that that is correct, but I would refer you to the DOJ manual.
Thank you. I would like to
What the heezy?
present this to the committee. This is showing Hunter Biden paying for a victim's United flight from LA to Dulles. I believe this is a violation of the Mann Act. This is Hunter Biden's.
Lord have mercy. Look at Messy Marge over here. Look at Messy Marge over here.
Shame.
This is his proof that he bought the ticket. He bought it for this woman right here.
That's the only picture you could find of her?
He flew her from Los Angeles to Washington on June 14th, flew her back to Los Angeles, California on June 15th of 2018. And I would like to...
It's called a party. You ever been to one? Ever been invited to a party?
point out that if he was purchasing her a plane ticket for sex and traveling across state lines.
Girl, that's not what that means. Mind your business, nosy bitch.
Do you believe that to be a violation of the Mann Act, Mr. Ziegler?
So I can talk to specifically what...
Aren't you the tax guy? What are you talking about the Mann Act for? Aren't you the tax guy? Aren't you the IRS guy?
What's in my
Oh, no, that was the portly fellow to his left. He's right.
What's in my transcript regarding the Mann Act. So I know we were compiling the information together.
Yes, but Mr. Ziegler, as the law states, by the code of the law, it states traveling, paying someone to go across state lines is prostitution. It's a violation of the Mann Act. Let me just move on just one.
That's not what it says, dumb bitch. And now because he won't agree with you, now you want to cut him off. 0, 0, 0, 0. Stop parking.
One more second here. So when Hunter Biden paid for this woman to do this with him, to travel across state lines.
So that's why they wanted his laptop. Gotcha.
From California to Washington, D.C.
She jealous than a mug.
On June.
Push your glasses up if you're going to be a jealous bitch.
15th.
I hate it when people have their fucking glasses hanging off their fucking face. Push them shits up. They got nose pads with little adjustable things so they sit on your face right. Fuck.
This is a violation of the Mann Act.
You don't know what that is. It's none of your business is what it is. Lord have mercy.
This was prostitution.
You literally cover for Trump who Never mind.
Let me
literally
continue.
He raw dogged a fucking porn star, and we over here talking. Never mind.
Hunter Biden also used his company, Owasco PC, to pay prostitutes.
Can you hold on 1 second?
Chairman?
Yeah. We'll give you this additional
Yeah, please give her time back. Heaven forbid we don't miss a word.
time back. That was.
Lord have mercy. Look, this is a hot mess. I'm going to fuck around and run for office.
So
I'm gonna
regarding
have to.
Mann Act violations, what we can do is, given by the statute, we can turn those over to the House Ways and Means Committee, and then we can they can decide to vote to turn them over to you.
Booyah, because it's none of your fucking business.
Regarding Mann Act.
You're going to get yourself in trouble speaking out of turn.
Thank you, Mr. Ziegler. So talking about Hunter Biden using his company, Owasco PC, to pay prostitutes, this is also a suspicious activity report showing that victim one, the woman that was paid for prostitution, that traveled from California to Washington, D.C., paid for by Hunter Biden. This is an excerpt from a SARS report that we've read in the Treasury, and I think you all have looked at these too.
SARS report, again, is not an indictment.
Showing that victim one was supposedly an employee of Owasco, but
Well, let's read the whole thing because you know she's not going to read the whole thing. Victim 1 is a California resident currently employed with the FSS management between June 28 and October 20... June 2018 and October 2018. Victim 1 was employed by Owasco PC as evidenced by her receipt of her bi-weekly payroll remittances from... So it doesn't sound like they're disputing that she worked there. However, during this same time period, Victim 1 also received a large dollar amount from Owasco PC, who's new hire, K-wage, 10 call cover. And Victim 1 received 5 wires totaling $44,500 in a 4-month period between Yeah, that's not a sign of prostitution. Because it's referenced there, new hire, K-wage, 10K golf member, and pay. It might just be her pay. And the reason that it's suspicious is because it's a large amount. And for every time that it's over $2,999.99, there has to be a CIF figured out, filed. And that's a customer information form. And then after 10 grand, I think there's a currency transfer form that has to be figured out. And I think if you do a CTF, the SARS comes with it. It's I'm pretty sure you have to. I never dealt with anything that big. I mean, it's regular people sending regular people money or putting money. Like if you needed to put money on somebody's books who was in jail, you would use the same services. It's just secured transactions, that's all. But again, this doesn't scream prostitution to me. Man, we better vote Hunter out of office next time. Yeah, I'm about sick of Hunter running for office. Hunter Biden is the worst president we've fucking ever had.
That Victim 1 was supposedly an employee of Owasco. But I would like to point out, this is not really what most paralegals do.
She's getting down. She's doing what she wants to. She's a grown-ass woman.
For law firms. And it's very serious that Hunter Biden was paying this woman through his law firm and then writing it off as business tax.
So because he doesn't know how to do his books, that automatically makes him a philandering, which is kind of the main thing for the Mann Act, which is so buck wild that that's a thing. Okay.
Exemptions. Most people write off, their tax write-off.
Speaking of business expenses, is she gonna pay back that PPP money she never gave back? Gonna have that $60,000, $80,000 you took that your business needed to stay afloat during COVID? Can I have that money back? Anyway, back to Margie.
Things for their taxes through their businesses, like a meal or say office supplies. But can you
the way that she skirts on her taxes.
Confirm for me that Hunter Biden had written.
Tim says, so are we impeaching Hunter Biden? Yes, he is impeached. Indict that motherfucker. Because I'm sure these are pics and tapes of Trump doing the same. The selective memory. And this is so classic of MTG is she's only mad about the things that she's currently doing or currently defending. The things that she's not defending, and those things can go on all the time. Like I haven't heard her say shit about
off payments.
She only cares about the things that she's currently doing.
To prostitutes through his law firm, Owasco.
I appreciate the question given by the statute. I'm limited in my testimony today, and I
that's good counsel.
Respectfully would need to turn those records over to the House Ways and Means Committee.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ziegler. One last question. You
God damn, put the boards down.
Referred to one of the assistants as West Coast Assistant. I believe this is the West Coast Assistant.
So if they're using pseudonyms and they're using partial names to protect the privacy of these people, why are you putting their picture on C-SPAN / CNN / Fox News / you know what I mean? Like, it's a real trashy move. And well, let's just say I'm glad that most Democratic women treat other women better than this bitch is doing to this lady who has nothing to do with her. New rule, only Katie Porter is allowed to bring boards to hearings from here on out. You know what, HR? I will, I get to air horn. So shall it be written, so shall it be done.
And could you agree with that?
So I can tell you that there were deductions for what we believe to be escorts, and then that $10,000 golf club membership. Yes, that was not a golf club membership. That was for a sex club payment.
That
They call it the golf club. It's sex. I don't know why they're trying to embarrass grown-ass adults about having sex with people. Especially the people in that room about paying for sex with people.
was for a sex club payment. Payments such as this from Hunter Biden to prostitutes. Also, Mr. Shapley.
Come on.
Mr. Chairman, we're 1 minute and 53 seconds over. As long as...
Wow, pretty sure that's TOS. Pretty sure that's TOS. Pretty sure that's TOS.
Ms. Ocasio-Cortez can get equal time. She can keep going.
I will let
I'll take it off
Ms.
screen.
Greene wrap up 5 seconds, and then I'll give Mr. Mafume additional time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Shapley, you started an investigation into Hunter Biden, codenamed Sportsman, which opened in
And she's holding it up.
November of 2018.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll take the strike.
It was an offshoot of an investigation the IRS was conducting into a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is
Pornography's not fucking illegal, you dumb bitch.
evidence
Mr.
of Hunter Biden.
Where's the crimes? This is just a smear campaign on this fucking guy. Where's the crimes?
Making sex tape. Excuse me, this is my time.
You're over time.
Making pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman, in the committee?
The lady's time's expired and went 2.5 minutes over.
She went 2.5 minutes over. So if you would have cut her off at time, you wouldn't have had that shit up on the fucking screen. Now, I just want to remind everybody that over in Tennessee, they kicked those 2 black guys out of fucking office. Right? No fucking decorum. Right? That's what we were told, is that there was no decorum on the floor. And that stupid bitch was the same one up there talking about some decorum. We need decorum. You got this man over here slanging pipe with 2 little blurred out boxes on screen in front of... I'm supposed to show my daughter that? That's... Congress should be safe for children to watch in school. I should be able to put C-SPAN on there all day. And y'all conduct yourselves like fucking professionals. Cool. This is what y'all voted for. Hey, Georgia, this is what y'all wanted. But this man had a bullhorn inside the halls of Congress, so we had to get rid of him. Seriously, I hope Hunter has good therapy. He's certainly no angel and has done shit wrong, but he's been through a lot of shit, losing his family members and being under the pressure of his dad's career. This constant mud they are throwing at him, just damn. And I don't even like the Bidens. I'm lukewarm at best. I don't hate them, but they're not my people. I don't fuck with them. I don't carry water for them. And this guy's not running for fucking office. Y'all had fucking Chester Cheeto over there in the fucking charter van talking about something. He would just run up and grab him by the pussy. I don't even ask. I just do it. I kiss him on the mouth. This motherfucker was in charge of Teen Miss USA. And bro making the fucking homemade tape, he's the problem? Like, if you were trying to like point out some sort of fucking monster that this dude is, you just humanized the shit out of him. You got at his laptop and you went through all of his fucking dirty pictures and you put him on TV on Congress. For what? You want to talk about weaponizing the fucking political process? What the fuck was that for? What did you gain? He's a sloppy bitch. And that's what your name is from now on. Sloppy bitch. That's your name.
Fume wants the 2.5 minutes. He can have it if he wants to yield some to Ms. Ocasio-Cortez. When she goes, she can have it. We'll make it right. 2.5 minutes. You all have an extra 2.5 minutes. Chair recognizes Mr. Mafume for 5 minutes.
You know what? I'm done. She done got me pissed off. I'm fucking done with this shit. I will see you guys tonight. Let me put the link for you. twitch.tv/thebinpodcast. There you go. Go check us out. We'll be on tonight at 8. And you know what? HR, you're 100% right. Same, but just being constantly attacked like that has got to fuck with your mental health. If he unalives himself, will that make them happy? If Joe Biden goes to prison for his son having sex with people for money, will that help? Will that get you what you want? Do you even know what you're fucking chasing after anymore? What's the point of this?